Hey there, freedom fighters. I'm back with another one. Today's topic, we're going to discuss Q. Give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and can't wait to hear what you guys think, so write in the comments down below. But yeah, if you don't know who Q is, you probably heard terms like where we go one, we go all, or trust the plan. Well, Q is an anonymous person or persons who write on a chat board, and they do what they call Q drops, where he drops supposedly top secret classified information on what's going on behind the scenes. And I hate to admit it, but I once believed in this. And back when Trump was running for president, and then he ultimately won, the first time back in 2016, I thought we took our country back peacefully. We had our peaceful revolution, and I was trusting the plan and thinking it was all going as planned. Well, it didn't take long for me to figure out that that was all bullshit. But there's people still today following this, and I just don't understand how they do it. But they also use the term too, like follow the white rabbit, or you got to go down the rabbit hole. And I'm waiting for people to realize, how long do you wake up until you wake up and realize that you're the rabbit and you're following that dangling carrot on a stick? And I used to watch guys like Dave at X22 or SGT. I don't know if you guys remember those guys, but it was always the same story. Just trust the plan. And Dave would say, sit back and watch the show and grab your popcorn. And people were in the comments like, I got my popcorn, and they're always ready to watch the show. They're sheep being led to the slaughter. And they don't even realize it yet. Some of them are closer to the slaughterhouse than others. Some might be a mile away, so you can't even see the slaughterhouse yet. But you're already in line. Some of us are closer than others, and some are way in the back. But either way, you're in line. And then they would say, oh, beware the Ides of March. It's coming in March. And then it would be, boom, boom, boom. Fireworks in July. The second revolution. And then it's going to be, it's going to be a hot October. And then it's, or a hot August. And then it's going to be a red October. And then it's going to be a cold, dark winter. And then you're back at the Ides of March again. And they would recycle the same content over and over. And people just keep eating it up. And I'm like, how long are people going to, inhale this copium? And that's what it was. People just wanted to feel good and cope in their mind that it's all going to be taken care of. And I feel like mainly the people who fell for this were boomers. And I get if you're on the way out the door, you don't want to think of all this doom and gloom, and you kind of just want to tell yourself it's going to be all right. Sorry, I had to walk off real quick and pause the video. But where did I leave off? Talking about the boomers and how I can understand how they fell for this stuff. I was talking to a guy on Truth Social just a couple days ago, and he had like an old guy in his avatar pic, which I'm assuming is him. And he had all this Q stuff in his bio, and we started talking about stuff and going back and forth for a little while. And then I just stopped, and I'm just like, I'm just going to let this guy believe in his delusions, because I can understand how if you're on your way out the door, you don't want to spend your last days, your months, or heck, even a year or two thinking about the future that's coming for your children or grandchildren. Because absolute hell is coming to this country. And yeah, you don't want to think of your child dying in the Second Civil War, or your grandkids getting drafted and dying in World War III, being a puppet, fighting for these New World Order globalists in World War III. Yeah, it's not a good thought. So I can understand why they want to believe that everything's alright and everything's getting taken care of and just trust the plan. It's these young people, these young guys I don't understand. I mean, you got this Jacob Chansley, who's kind of become the head of the movement, the Q shaman. And I just did a video why they want you drugged up, and uh, drugs are bad, okay? Don't do drugs, because drugs are bad. But yeah, I mean, that guy is one too many ayahuasca trips down the rabbit hole, and he's inhaling some of that super copium, the extreme copium. But yeah, I mean, and these people, man, they've told me some crazy things, and they're just believing in all kinds of stuff. But then, there's a video on here where they said they're waiting for JFK to come back, and he's been hidden in some CIA black site, and he's gonna make a reappearance and come back and take his seat as the rightful president. And there's a video on here on YouTube where they actually met up. I'm pretty sure it was in Texas, where he was assassinated at, and they were all waiting for him to come back. And it wasn't like two or three, random loonies. I mean, it was a pretty good crowd. Yeah, it's just crazy. And then you got people saying, I hear people all the time say, oh yeah, Biden's not even the real president, and he's just in a Hollywood studio, and Trump and the military are really running things. And I'm just like, oh really? Yeah, and then Clinton and Obama don't actually exist. They've already been tried and executed for treason, and they're the ones that they show you are clones. Or I've also heard that they're clones, but they're actually in Gitmo. And I'm just like, man, I mean, cope harder. It's unbelievable how far these people can go. Side note too, I was just looking at this guy over here. Doesn't that kind of look like the dude that's been doing the CRS videos with Miss CRS? Pretty sure most people watching my channel already know what happened to Matt and Justin, but the irony there of if you're trusting the plan and all that, and then the Patriots are in control, yet you got your buddy probably serving life in prison now for his inalienable God-given rights. But don't worry, guys, the Patriots are in control. I mean, if that's not him, I don't want to bring any heat on the guy or anything, but that would be peak irony. But yeah, just trust in the plan. And at first it was, you remember, trust in Sessions. He'll get the job done. He's going to be a bulldog attorney general, and he's going to arrest all the deep state and drain the swamp. And then he didn't do anything. And that's immediately when I pretty much fell off the bandwagon. I'm like, alright, this is, all bull. And then they were like, oh, no, but now they got a special attorney, Whitaker, in there. And this was the plan all along, that you have to get in a special prosecutor because they have special abilities and they can do the job. And then he was out, and then he got the final replacement, Bill Barr. And they were like, oh yeah, Bill Barr will do it. This was the plan all along. And then he obviously was a do-nothing coward, which I knew from the beginning. I was looking at these people like, you do realize this is like a long-time SWAT member, and he's like attached to the bushes, right? I mean, this is like as deep state as it comes. Oh no, trust me, it's all part of the plan. Bill Barr's gonna do it. Well, now he's running around on TV talking about how they need to arrest the president. Trump, that is, not the other one. And saying, oh yeah, Trump did this and that, and he's surely unfit for office and all this. So that's all part of the plan. And then there was the Durham report. Oh, well, we had to let it all go down in the election. We had to let them steal it and do all that so everyone would wake up, and then they're going to come back with the Durham report, and he's going to do it. And the people were posting pictures of Durham with the Punisher skull and like lightning in the background. They're like, the storm is coming. Well, here comes the Durham report, and nothing happened. And he even says in the report that he doesn't recommend charges, which they always do. Because it's all theater, man. It's all a clown show. And they got you all, like I said, hyped up on the hopium, thinking you can sit on the couch and you don't have to take your country back. Thinking that some mystery man's gonna come and save you. Yeah, well, with that being said, you know how I always say, we are on our own. No one's coming to save us. Only God can save you. So get right with God. Freedom Fighters out.